Start as Chaos Demon and join the chat group. Chapter 94 The Early Stages of World Advancement. Seeing that nothing would happen in the prehistoric world for the time being, and with Pangu here, Shichen went straight into cultivation. In the chat group, Shichen's clone became active again. Some time ago, he went to the Conan world, but he didn't expect to run into the Samsara team, which made him lose interest. Everyone, are you interested in watching me ascend to the world? After so much time, I have almost done it. At this time, Xiao appeared. After so much preparation, she can definitely ascend to the world. Okay, we will go to help you. Everyone responded after hearing this. At this time, Xiao's world, she has prepared everything, just waiting to ascend to the world tomorrow. Now her name is the loudest in the whole world, and the news of her ascending to the world has spread throughout the world. When this happened, the whole world was in a carnival, because only by raising the world level can they break through to a stronger realm. Uncle Long, tell Dad that I have a few friends coming over tomorrow, and get everything ready. It will be very dangerous tomorrow. Xiao found Jackie Chan and told him, so that outsiders would think Xiao was an elder. Okay, I know. We are all ready. I hope it will succeed. Jackie Chan smiled when he heard this. As a martial artist, he also wanted to break through himself. In this changed history, the method of promotion in this world has been passed down since ancient times, so they will not have any questions about it. Everything is done by Xiao. The next morning, Xiao and others dressed in tight clothes and went to Mount Tai. This is the place where China has offered sacrifices to the sky since ancient times. It is most appropriate to promote the world here. At this time, the eyes of the whole world are gathered here. Countless TV stations came to Mount Tai early just to broadcast this grand event. After Xiao and others came here, they turned on the live broadcast. The time of offering sacrifices to the sky is at 3:30 noon, which is the best time, so it is still early. Everyone, you can come over. Turning on the live broadcast, Xiao shouted in the chat group. Let's go, let's go. Uchiha Madara smiled when he saw this. Last time he came here to help fight against the Holy Lord, and now he has reached the 4th level, so he came again. Not only that, there are Tishin Honghong and Lufa, both of whom are 4th level beings, and it should be enough to have them. This world can only accept the 4th level at the highest, so the higher ones can't come, and the lower ones don't need to. The familiar portal opened again, and 3 people came out. Madara in a black suit, Lufa in a black robe, and a little lowly Tishin Susu. Generally, Susu is outside, and Honghong will only come out at critical moments. After all, this body is still Susu's. Brother Madara, Brother Lufa, and Susu, you are here. Xiao said happily when she saw the few people. Okay, you are the protagonist today, we are just here to help. Madara smiled when he saw this. That's right, and I have been looking forward to your world promotion for a long time. Although I am still a long way from this step, it is still good to know it early. Lufa nodded when he heard it. Now that Lufa is wearing the Shura armor, his strength is enough to reach the middle stage of the 4th stage, which is quite good. The strength of several people is about the same, all of them are around the early to middle stage of the 4th stage. After all, it has not been long since Madara was promoted to the 4th stage, so he is slightly weaker, but his fighting style is the most destructive among all people. After simply greeting a few people, Xiao hurried out. She was going to check the various offerings and preparations again. Time passed slowly, and everyone finally waited until noon, and everything was about to begin. Xiao brought Jackie Chan and Dad, and the two stood on the left and right sides, and came to the top of Mount Tai together. A huge table has been prepared here, and various offerings have been placed on it. In the middle is an incense burner, which is used for burning incense. The 3 came here, bowed to the heaven and earth, and then took out 3 incense sticks, lit them and inserted them into the incense burner. Then, Xiao began to recite the sacrificial text, which is a very important part, used to communicate the consciousness of the world. The first step in world promotion is to awaken the world consciousness. Although they are just ordinary heavenly ways to maintain the operation of the world, they are conscious. World promotion is beneficial to heaven and earth, so there is nothing wrong with the comparison of world consciousness, just like humans become stronger through cultivation, and the same is true for world promotion. Is this the feeling of the soul leaving the body? Why is it similar to the feeling of the sheep spell? As the sacrificial text was read, Xiao's body remained in place, but her consciousness and soul had left the body, and she was going to communicate with the world consciousness. As her body continued to rise, she saw a ball of golden light in the sky, like a constantly changing stream. World consciousness. Xiao, I want to help you upgrade the world level, which is good for all of us. World consciousness. Xiao, don't worry, I am absolutely sure. Didn't you feel those other worlds? They are all my friends who come to help us. World consciousness. Xiao, okay, everything depends on me. Xiao nodded, and then left the world consciousness directly. Only she could hear this, so no one knew that the world consciousness could still speak. World consciousness is not in this space, it exists in another space, and this is the only way to contact it. After communicating with the world consciousness, Xiao's consciousness quickly returned to her body. The reason why the world promotion needs to communicate with the world consciousness is just to let the other party understand what happened. Otherwise, if the world is promoted casually, it may cause an overreaction in the world. After all, if the world fails to be promoted, it will disappear. If you are well prepared and the lineup is strong enough, it will give the world consciousness confidence, and it will easily agree. After all, it will definitely not refuse to improve itself. After communicating with the world consciousness, Xiao did not stop and continued to recite the sacrificial text to let it communicate with the upper world. The so-called upper world is the master of the world, and he will decide whether to agree to your promotion to the world. As the sacrificial text was recited, an invisible consciousness wave came out and headed towards the dark place. Come to me, no need to be so troublesome. At this time, Shichen in the chat group saw this and directly intercepted the message, and at the same time used this to directly cut off its connection with the upper world, so that it belonged directly to himself. This method can only be done when the world is promoted, or obtained from the upper realm, but only those at the heavenly Deo realm and above can intercept it directly. When the owner of the world is intercepted, although he will be very angry, he is generally helpless. That's it. The world of my group members can no longer be with you. Shichen looked at the golden light ball in his hand. It was a beacon belonging to the origin of the world. Having this means that he is its owner. He put it away casually, put his own mark on it, and then continued to look at Xiao's world. Somewhere in the world, in a deep hall, a voice resounded through the sky. Roar, who is it? How dare you intercept my world? Although it was just an insignificant world to him, it was a provocation to him. After a long time, after the investigation was fruitless, the owner of this voice had to stop with anger. Start as Chaos Demon and join the chat group. Chapter 95. This chapter has no title yet. As Shichen intercepted the world, the spiritual energy in the world began to rise. At the same time, a dark cloud appeared in the sky, emitting a strange breath. It's about to start, Xiao, get ready for the battle. Ban said to Xiao, looking at the breath that was constantly gathering in the sky. The most important test for the world's promotion is the invasion from the outside demons, because the world is the most vulnerable at this time, and it is the best time to invade the world. The so-called outside demons are substances that are harmful to the world and are free outside the world when the world is promoted. They may be ghosts or negative energy. This is the world's own rejection of external threats. The things contained outside each world are different, but they are all threatening to the world and creatures. They have no intelligence and can only attack and destroy everything in front of them. Oh, they have a lot of threats this time. The road to promotion in this world is really difficult and dangerous. In the live broadcast room, Shichen looked at the dark clouds that were constantly gathering, and couldn't help but gloat. Xiao's world is not so easy to promote. The negative energy outside this world, if it weren't for Ben and the others, the world would be swallowed up in an instant. At that time, the Holy Lord half stepped into the 5th level, and at the same time raised the upper limit of the negative energy of the world. In addition to the thousands of years of demons' invasion of strength, these negative energies are simply beyond the standard. Shichen was amazed. If it was just more, it would be fine, but it also made him see something different. Gradually, the dark clouds above his head became more and more, and gradually gathered into countless monsters like demons. Everyone, are you ready? It's coming. Xiao looked at the gradually formed army of foreign demons and said solemnly to everyone. Such an important thing, of course, is not for them to stop it. In addition to Xiao, Daddy, Jackie Chan and others, not counting the few people who came to help. In addition, there are 200 people who have been ready for a long time. They selected the top 100 from martial arts and magic, and they are all real strong men. Here, the lowest is the 2nd level. Without the 2nd level, you can't even enter the world's 100, not to mention that this is just the entry stage. The former number 1 magician was the great magician, but unfortunately he had no chance to break through until his death. He passed everything to his father, so now the number 1 magician is the father. Jackie Chan's strength is 2nd, Xiao is 1st, after all, he is not as good as Xiao. At this time, everyone is ready, watching countless monsters of all kinds appear, destroying everything they see along the way. Everyone, go. Xiao gave an order, and everyone rushed towards the monsters together. Fire escape flame dragon song technique. Ban took the lead, and a fire dragon attacked directly, instantly destroying some monsters. Ashura armor, fusion. Ashura purgatory blade. Luca took out the Ashura summoner directly, and the Ashura armor was instantly combined, and he rushed up with the sword. Insulation claw, sky fox flame. Tishin Susu instantly transformed into Tishin Hong Hong, and the insulation claw was used. At the same time, a fox fire appeared and covered her claws. Roar. Countless monsters rushed out, but countless were killed instantly, turning into flying ashes and dissipating in the world. At this time, a huge figure appeared in front of everyone. This figure was 100 meters tall, and his human-shaped body was covered with armor-like equipment. There were countless demonic energy around him. It seems a bit difficult this time. It has only been a short time since the beginning, and a 4th-level monster has appeared. It must not be the strongest. Seeing this, Ban said to everyone with a serious expression. It's okay, we go first. We can't let this big guy enter the battlefield, otherwise the loss will be more serious. Seeing this, Hong Hong greeted everyone and rushed out directly. The place where this monster landed was at the foot of Mount Tai, which was still some distance away from the top of the mountain where everyone was. Look at me, Susanoo. Ban jumped directly down the mountain, then put his hands together, and a huge figure appeared in an instant. It was his Susanoo. Only with the big guy can the big guy be solved. After Ban turned into Susanoo, he instantly brought Lufa and Hong Hong to the front of the monster, which was much faster than running over by himself. Shura flame slash. Lufa, wearing the Ashura armor, flew directly to the top of the monster and slashed at it. Ding. A crisp sound came, and he didn't even break the defense. Be careful, this guy has the strength of the 4th stage, and your attack almost broke the defense. Seeing this, Ban was shocked and said to everyone. Then, he directly drew out his giant sword and slashed at the opponent. Roar. Although the opponent's body was huge, his movements were not slow. In an instant, he put his hands together and clamped Ban's sword. Demon Fox Claw. Hong Hong came to its back and grabbed it. In an instant, a wound appeared, and there was a burning fox fire attached to it, causing it to continue to suffer damage. Roar. The outer demon cried out in pain, then pushed away Ban's sword, turned around and punched Hong Hong. Boom boom. A sound like an earthquake came out, and then a huge pit several meters large appeared on the ground, but it did not hit Hong Hong, who was flexible. This guy's defense is too strong. My fox claws can only barely break through its defense. The damage is not as high as the damage of the fox fire that is always added. Shichen looked at this huge monster and couldn't help but complain to everyone. It's not easy. Only you and I are in the middle stage of the 4th stage. Lufa is only in the early stage. Although there are many people, it can't do much harm to it. The same is true for Madara. Although they have many people, the damage is not enough, and it is difficult to cause great damage to it. You are responsible for breaking the defense, and I will attack its wounds to wear it down. Lufa said after hearing this. Then, he rushed towards the opponent again with the knife. The Shura knife swung out a series of light blades, which instantly slashed at the opponent's wounds, causing it to scream in pain. Although this monster is quite agile and can fight with the same body shape, it is a bit powerless when facing flexible opponents such as Hong and Lufa. Good opportunity, Yasakani no Megatama. The huge Susanoo waved and threw out several Megatama, which instantly hit the body of the outer demon and made it retreat continuously. Chibaku Tensei. A black sphere hit the outer demon, and countless rocks were sucked in, gradually wrapping the outer demon inside and sealing it, making it unable to move. Roar. But before Madara could finish performing Chibaku Tensei, the outer demon directly broke the rock seal it had condensed, and countless earth and rocks splashed in an instant, forcing Madara to protect the two. Madara, you'd better chop him with a knife, this guy won't fall for you. Luffy complained when he saw this. This guy is not a tailed beast, and many of his ninjutsu don't work on it. Start as Chaos Demon and join the chat group. Chapter 96 Deku comes to the rescue and sends a cheat. Stop talking nonsense. I will attack from the front. You will be responsible for harassment and interrupt its attack rhythm. Ban spread his wings to protect the two of them and rushed towards the opponent again. Leave it to us. Shichen nodded and flew directly to the top of the opponent's head. Lufa, your attack is not good enough. My insulation claws will break its defense. You will make up for the attack. As she said that, Hong directly transformed into a huge demon fox claw and grabbed the foreign demon. Shua. In an instant, several deep wounds appeared, and the fox fire attached to them made the foreign demon cry out in pain. Shura flame slash. Seeing this, Lufa did not miss the opportunity and came to the opponent's wound in an instant. The Shura knife in his hand kept flying, making the wound deepen. After a long time, everyone was already covered with wounds. Xiao and others had also solved all the foreign demons, leaving only this 4th level one. Everyone gathered here again. Compared with the previous time, this time there are almost half fewer people, because these things are too difficult to deal with. I'm here, everyone hold on. Xiao suddenly flew over and said to everyone. Because of the world's promotion, after defeating some of the foreign demons, they will directly turn into the most primitive spiritual energy, allowing everyone to quickly repair their wounds. As long as they don't die, they will basically recover. As the strongest person in the world, Xiao has received the greatest benefits. Even though the war has not been completely ended, her strength is slowly improving. Now she has broken through some 4th level doors, which is half a foot into the 4th level, allowing her to barely participate in the 4th level battle. Kigon wave. An extreme light emanated from Xiao's hand, and then turned into an energy light wave, attacking the foreign demon. Damn, this guy's skin is too thick, I can't penetrate this guy at all. After a burst of smoke, the foreign demon with no damage on his body appeared in front of everyone again, making Xiao helpless. Roar. At this time, the outer demon roared, and then a burst of purple-black light emanated from its mouth, and then a wave of light was spit out towards everyone. Not good, everyone get out of the way. Madara Susanoo was a bit heavy, and even if he used his wings to speed up and fly over, he couldn't make it in time, so he hurriedly shouted to everyone to get out of the way. Seeing that the light wave was about to attack Xiao, Lufa, and others, suddenly a huge light appeared in front of them, and then a red and blue giant appeared, blocking the light wave attack of the outer demon. Hey? Brother Tika, you are here too. Xiao was surprised to see this. Before, she was only concerned with attacking, and didn't notice that Dagu was coming. She just felt that someone was coming, so she subconsciously agreed. After Dagu came in, he directly saw the light wave condensed in the mouth of the outer demon. After dealing with monsters for so long, how could he not be familiar with the light wave attack? After coming in, Dagu instantly transformed into Tika and blocked the attack for them. After blocking the attack, he instantly entered the shining form, and at the same time a bunch of buffs were added to his head. Shining ring shield, shining ultra barrier, shining powerful form. Not only that, the size of Tika in shining form instantly increased to about 100 meters, almost the same size as the outer demon in front of him. Today's Dagu is not a newcomer to the chat group. He gave Xiaoyu a replica of the god light stick last time. From then on, he couldn't stop and developed various light energies. Today's shining form is what he has researched. He can collect shining energy at ordinary times and release it directly in battle to become shining Tika. He got the power of shining from the light of human souls, and the light given to him by the super ancient warriors in Luluyi. The light of human souls can only be encountered by chance, but the light of super ancient warriors can be replicated. Through research, he found that the super ancient warriors were able to transform into ultra warriors because they were exposed to the light from Orion and then transformed into huge light warriors. In the Tika world, some Ultramen did come from Orion at first, but more often, humans invented a light particle conversion device that can absorb the light of Orion. Through this device, one can transform into a giant of light, but if one's heart is dark, one will become a dark giant. In the era of Daegu, the light of Orion has long disappeared, but he analyzed the composition of the light of Orion by reverse deduction, and then used it as the nourishment for the transformation into shining Tika. Daegu, you are finally here, I thought you were not coming. Madara was quite happy when he saw Tika appear, which was a strong help. Sorry, I am late because of some research reasons. Daegu said to Madara when he heard it. Research? What have you come up with? With the addition of Tika, they instantly suppressed the outer demon. After all, Shining Tika has 1 foot in the 5th level. So Madara can fight while chatting with Daegu. Oh, by the way, I forgot if you didn't say it. Daegu was stunned when he heard it, and then thought of something. He reached out to grab the timer on his chest, and then a ball of light appeared in his hand, and he waved his hand to throw it to the people present. The more than 100 people present were stunned when they saw this, and then they saw countless light spots flying over, stretched out their hands to take them, and turned them into transformers one by one. This is... Jackie Chan looked at the ring in his hand, and suddenly a message came into his mind, and a huge red giant of light appeared, like an angry lion, showing a sense of power. This is the one-time transformation device I made after I went to the world of Orb. I got the genes of various Ultramen in the Kingdom of Light. It can be used to transform into Ultraman once. If it is a normal battle, it can last for an hour. Daegu explained casually while looking at the puzzled eyes of everyone. They will look for the right owner to transform according to their own characteristics. Now you can use them to transform. The strength is about the late 3rd stage, which is barely enough. I see. Jackie Chan put the ring on the middle finger of his right hand, then clenched his fist and stretched his right hand forward. Leo. Suddenly, a red giant appeared on the battlefield, with a pair of ferocious horns on his head and a strong body of muscles, like a fiery red lion. Oh, this thing is quite interesting. Dad has been playing magic for so long, but this Ultraman actually has so many abilities. Dad looked at the 2 rings in his hand, and fell into deep thought, then clenched his fists and put them together. Ace. Another Ultra Warrior appeared, standing next to Jackie Chan's transformed Leo. Others followed suit, following the instructions in the transformation device and transformed into Ultraman. Zoffy. Ultraman. 7. Taro. Edie. Gaia. Mebius. In an instant, hundreds of Ultra Warriors appeared on the field, and the scene was quite spectacular. Okay, everyone, let's go together. Xiao smiled when she saw this, and then led everyone to attack the outer demon. Start as Chaos Demon and join the chat group. Chapter 97 The Test of World Consciousness. Rumble. As countless lasers were fired, the huge external demon finally fell to the ground and turned into countless flying ash. Ooh. Finally, it's solved. The group of people were very tired and finally solved this big guy. There is still one last step, don't relax. At this time, Shichen's voice came from the live broadcast room, making everyone stunned. Suddenly, golden light bloomed in the sky, making everyone squint their eyes. This is world consciousness. Xiao remembered the world consciousness she had seen before. It was so similar to this one, but why did it suddenly appear again? By the way, the last step is the promotion of world consciousness. If it wants to improve, there is the most important step, Thunder Tribulation. Xiao suddenly thought of it, and she almost forgot about it. When the consciousness of the world finally rises, you will experience a thunder catastrophe. People in this world can help you resist this thunder catastrophe. People in other worlds cannot stop it at all, unless you can transcend the world itself. Of course, this is both a test and a reward. If they can survive it, everyone involved will be able to receive gifts from the universe. Okay, everyone, cheer up. We all need to resist the last step together. If the consciousness of the world is destroyed, not only will our world fail to advance, but the world will also be severely damaged. Xiao reminded everyone with a serious look. Understood. Everyone heard the words firmly, and then all the Ultramen flew into the sky together. Everyone, thank you for your help. The rest is up to us. Xiao turned to Madara and the others and thanked them, and then flew into the sky. After defeating the last external demon, Xiao has been promoted to the 4th level of strength. Even if he is not Ultraman, he is still stronger than others. Okay everyone, the rest is up to Xiao and the others. We can just wait here with peace of mind. Upon seeing this, Daegu changed back to his human body, and then smiled at everyone. I'm tired from all the fighting. I just want to take a rest. Madara also dismissed Susanoo after hearing this and came to Daegu. The other 2 people also released their fighting status and came to the 2 of them. Hello, I'm Daegu. This should be our first real meeting. Daegu looked at Lufa and Hong Hong and smiled at them. Hello, I didn't expect you to be such a powerful scientist. Lufa smiled when he heard this. His Shura armor is the strongest armor in the galaxy. It is also the crystallization of technology, so it is very important to scientists. Have a good impression. No way, I just did some research on the light in our world. Daegu said a little embarrassedly when he heard this. Stop talking, let's watch their battle quickly. The focus this time is not on us. Tu Shen Hong Hong was helpless when she saw this, and immediately interrupted the 2 of them. That's right. If I had known, I would have extended the time of these transformers a little longer. Daegu looked at the sky after hearing this. At this time, there were already several people who did not have enough energy and started to flash red lights. It's no problem, you have to believe them. Madara walked over at this time and also looked at the sky and said. At this time, Xiao and others were facing a terrifying thunder catastrophe, which even a 4th level Xiao could not easily withstand. What a powerful thunder tribulation. Everyone, please pay attention to sharing the damage and try not to bear it alone. Xiao reminded everyone while resisting the aftermath of the thunder tribulation. World consciousness. I understand. Xiao nodded immediately after hearing the voice of world consciousness. Everyone, all of us are gathered around the world consciousness. The main target of thunder tribulation is the world consciousness. Xiao passed the message to everyone. Everyone heard the words and acted quickly. Just as they found their position, a huge thunder pillar struck, instantly making the world's consciousness tremble. World consciousness. Xiao, what is it saying? Please translate it for us. Seeing that the consciousness of the world seemed to be speaking, Jackie Chan quickly asked Xiao. It's better not to say it. Even if you say it, you won't be able to pass the trial. Xiao was speechless after hearing this. This guy was also the first time for a big girl to get on the sedan chair. This is the first time that the consciousness of the world has been struck by lightning. In the past, it struck others, but now that the world is reincarnated, it is finally my turn, causing its language to become confused all of a sudden. Dare I ask who God has spared? Xiao complained in her heart, then directly withdrew her gaze, and then looked into the deep space of the universe. World promotion is a test from the big universe. This big universe is composed of countless starry skies and galaxies, but it is limited to this world. There are countless great universes in the heavens and realms. Although they have different compositions, their properties and names are the same. Only by becoming a true cosmic world can we get rid of the limitations of the macro COSM and completely transcend the macro COSM. After coming back to her senses, Xiao looked solemnly at the next thunderbolt, which was slowly gathering at this time. Everyone, let's transfer some energy to the world consciousness. It is the main force to resist the thunder tribulation. Xiao suddenly thought that although the world consciousness was beaten and cursed by the thunder tribulation just now, it is much stronger than herself and others. This the initial thunder catastrophe only shocked it? Understood. Everyone was stunned when they heard this, and then didn't say much. They believed in Xiao's decision. As everyone transferred their energy to the consciousness of the world, a protective shield gradually formed in front of him, protecting everyone inside. Boom. At this time, another bolt of thunder came down and instantly hit the protective shield. The protective shield only trembled slightly before absorbing all the power of the thunder, and at the same time, the energy was fed back into everyone's bodies. Wow, you can still do this, you are great. Xiao saw this and gave a thumbs up to the world consciousness. World consciousness. Haha, okay, you are the best. Now is just the beginning. Keep working hard later. Xiao smiled and encouraged it. Why do I feel that this world consciousness is just a child? In the live broadcast room, although Conan couldn't hear what the world consciousness said, he had this feeling. This world consciousness is just a newborn, and it has been in a dormant state, so it has this feeling. Although they don't have the thoughts of living beings, they have their own wisdom, which also makes them treat the living beings in the world selflessly. Shichen explained to everyone after hearing this. For him, it is just a world consciousness. He can know all its information at a glance, not to mention what it says. If we look at it from the perspective of the entire universe, world consciousness is also a kind of living being. The world itself is its body, and consciousness is its soul. If consciousness is destroyed, the world will gradually go to hell and enter the abyss of death, just like a corpse will eventually rot. However, unlike other creatures, the world consciousness treats all beings in its world equally. It will not favor anyone, even people like Xiao who can communicate with it. But like creatures, the world consciousness also has a fallen side, such as creatures possessed by demons, or the fallen road. Start as Chaos Demon and join the chat group. Chapter 98 promotion ends and everyone goes their separate ways. According to what the group leader said, there are 9 thunder tribulations we need to go through to advance to a world like ours. Now we have passed 6, and we will be able to survive it soon. At this time, Xiao and the others, except for Xiao and Jackie Chan, still had some energy, the others had very little energy left, and the lights on their chests were flashing at an almost continuous speed. Not only that, the protective shield that originally protected everyone above the world consciousness has disappeared. Fortunately, the 6 thunder tribulations have passed by now. Although the remaining thunder tribulations will be very powerful, at least there won't be many. Everyone, after you transfer the remaining energy to the world, go down and rest. The rest will be left to us. Xiao looked at the people who were gradually unable to support themselves and said to them. Everyone nodded when they heard the words, and then transferred the remaining energy to the world consciousness, each turned into a ray of light, and returned to the ground. Uncle Long, Dad, can you still hold on? Xiao turned to look at the two of them and asked. Oh, Dad's old bones can still hold up for a while. Leave the next thunder tribulation to me. After Dad goes down, you can go up again. The father who transformed into Ace nodded to the two of them and then went straight towards the 7th thunder tribulation. Ultra Guillotine. A huge light wheel appeared from his hand, and then cut directly towards thunder tribulation. After it dispersed half of the thunder tribulation, it finally dissipated completely. Then Dad rushed forward directly, and the thunder pillar hit his body instantly, and then the thunder tribulation and Ace's bodies disappeared at the same time. Dad. When Xiao saw this, she looked towards him, and immediately saw her father turning into light particles and returning to the ground. He seemed to be unconscious, so she felt relieved. Xiao, you are the strongest among us, don't let us down. Leo, transformed into Jackie Chan, smiled at Xiao, and then faced the 8th thunder tribulation. Leo flying kick. Because of his status as a martial artist, Jackie Chan became very handy after transforming into Leo, and his strength has reached the peak of the 3rd level. He can be said to be the strongest except Xiao. He is naturally proficient in Leo's flying kick, which is Leo's strongest and most frequently used skill. The difference is that Leo's flying kick jumps to 1,000 meters in the air and kicks downwards towards the enemy. Jackie Chan attacks from the bottom up this time, which is more difficult. Leo, who had transformed into a dragon, jumped up high, his feet glowing with intense red light, gathering a powerful destructive force on them, and kicked towards the thunder tribulation from bottom to top. Boom. A huge explosion sounded, and Leo kicked most of the thunder tribulations away. The remaining thunder tribulations hit him directly, knocking Leo down from a height of 10,000 meters. Would release, arrival of the tree world. Seeing this, Madara had no time to use Susanoo and directly launched the arrival of the tree world. In an instant, countless huge trees appeared on the ground, and then they rushed directly towards Leo. Rumble. With the support of countless trees, Jackie Chan was finally not thrown to death directly, leaving him with one breath left and directly transformed back into the human form. After falling from an altitude of tens of thousands of meters, Ultraman would be half dead, not to mention an Ultraman who couldn't fight. Leaving Jackie Chan to others to take care of, Madara looked at Xiao. That was the most dangerous place and the most dangerous moment. It's coming. If I can't stop it, it will be up to you soon, you know. Xiao turned to look at the world consciousness aside. This guy is also quite weak. World consciousness. Haha, leave it to me, we will definitely succeed. Xiao smiled when he heard this, and then looked at the last thunder tribulation. At this time, a purple-black thunder beam appeared and struck downwards instantly. Ultimate Kigon light wave. Xiao formed a seal with his hands, and then a powerful energy light wave appeared in his hands, instantly turning into a light wave ray and rushing towards Leiji. Rumble. As countless explosions came, everyone only saw countless lights blooming, but could not see what happened at all. Countless thunderbolts flew in all directions, crackling and hitting the newly condensed protective shield, but they did not have much power. Finally, the lightning beam of light that lasted for a full minute disappeared, and the dark clouds in the sky slowly dispersed. No, go and save Xiao. Hong Hong's eyes were sharp, and he instantly saw a small figure emitting black smoke, falling downwards. If she were allowed to fall down like this, she would definitely fall to her death. Before she finished speaking, Shichen Hong Hong rushed out, but the distance was still a bit far away. At this moment, a ray of light came from above and shone directly on Xiao's falling body. It was the world consciousness that saved Xiao. In fact, in the previous thunder tribulation, Xiao blocked 90% of the thunder tribulation, and the rest of the thunder tribulation was resisted by the consciousness of the world. He almost couldn't hold on and almost failed. At this time, the world consciousness immediately rescued Xiao after resisting the remaining thunder tribulation. It's interesting, this little guy actually has feelings, otherwise he wouldn't be able to save people. Shichen took back his action to save people, and looked at the actions of the world consciousness, thoughtfully in his heart. At the last moment, the consciousness of the world resonated with Xiao's consciousness, and finally absorbed part of Xiao's emotions, so it took this action and repaid the savior. After putting Xiao in a safe place, the world consciousness began to shine, and countless energies came from the universe, emitting everything to the whole world. The level of world consciousness was rising, and all living things were being repaired. Many people's early hidden diseases were directly repaired. This is a gift from the universe. At this time, with the feedback of countless energies, Xiao and others had woken up. Those who had contributed in this battle had received more or less feedback. This kind of feedback, like the merits of heaven in the prehistoric times, can help everyone repair their bodies and improve their realms. Everyone has improved at least one small realm. Finally, everything is over. Jackie Chan looked at the people who woke up from the ground and the world consciousness that was constantly growing stronger, and a smile appeared at the corner of his mouth. As the world consciousness continued to grow stronger, the spiritual energy in the world was constantly rising, and the shackles in everyone's body were gradually opened. A sense of relief came over their hearts, and everyone couldn't help but practice. Finally, after a short time, the energy in the world was raised to the current saturation, and the world consciousness slowly converged its light. Then he released a message to Xiao, and then disappeared, returning to his original space. Everyone, thank you so much this time. Xiao didn't care after receiving the message, and then thanked Ben and the others. It's okay, we are all partners, we can help each other next time. Dagu smiled when he heard it. Then a few people said hello to each other and left this world directly, and Xiao also closed the live broadcast.